The thing is, with money is only as useful as what you can do with it, right? And when you realize that the things that you enjoy, the things that what you enjoy doing, and the things that are important to you, when you realize what that costs, and as long as you have enough money to do that and to keep doing that as long as possible, everything else is just arbitrary. Like this idea that you gotta have, you know, X amount of money or X amount of, you know, per year and this and the other. Like you don't. Like there's nothing you can do with £1,000,000 that you can't do with 100. There's nothing you can do with £1,000,000 that you can't do with 100. And the idea of, like, you know, the love of money, it's I mean, yeah, there's people that do, and, you know, good luck to them. But honestly, like, I used to work in sales, and a big part of sales is like that pursuit of more and more and more, and it gets really exhausting after a while. We start to realize that, you know what am I doing this for? Like, what am I doing this for? Like, why do I need all this? Like, to do what? So I can piss it away and, you know, blow it and on a party, you know what I mean? It's like, what am I doing with this? Like, I think just my opinion, first thing, the most important thing you can do in life is figure out who you are. And that's one of the reasons why I think traveling is so great, especially traveling alone, because it helps you to figure out who you are. But if you're not traveling, whatever it called, figure out who you are. Spend time alone, spend time with people, figure out who you are, figure out what you're about, what's important to you, what your values are. From there, you can figure out what's important to you, like what is important in your life, what are the things that you're passionate about, you know, what's the important things that you need to do in your life. And then from there, you can figure out how much money do you need for that. You know, how much money do you need for that? And in most cases, you probably find you don't need, you know, $200,000, you know what I mean, a year or whatever. You can probably be fine with $30,000 or $40,000. You know what I mean? It's once you figure out what it is that's really important to you and how much that costs. And of course, it's always nice to have a little bit extra on top. I ain't saying that, but really, I feel like once you figure out what's really important to you, what you're passionate about, and the amount of money you need to maintain that, everything else is just arbitrary. If you get more, I mean, if you have more than that, then great. But to pursue it as if you need it and you can't live without it, that's just unnecessary hassle and headache for something that is going to do what for you. You know, it really just comes a thing about showing off to other people that you've got something. And this whole thing about, you know, stressing yourself out to impress a bunch of people you don't like. You know what I mean? What they say in Fight Club, you know, working jobs you hate to buy shit you don't need. Like, it can get like that. It can literally get like that. You know, so yeah, money's great for what you can do with it, but once you figure out what you actually need and how much money you need to do the things that are important to you, promise you, in like 99% of the time, you're gonna realize you don't need the big bucks. Now, if you're so lucky, if you're lucky enough where you manage to get the big bucks, cool, but you don't need it. You don't need it.